Hey everybody, it's Psalm 91:10. This is part 2 of Signs of Christ's Return. I'm going to go through this as much as I can in such time I have. I only have barely 10 minutes because of the loading from my camera to YouTube. So bear with me. This is going to be a pretty good long series, I guess, the way it looks. If you haven't seen my first video, I ask you please see it before you see this one. And I'm going to continue where I left off. Children will be disobedient and rebellious. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. For men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. There's another reason why I put the emphasis on that. Unthankful, unholy. Children are nowadays going out and teenagers mostly sneaking out of the house, going to parties when their parents told them they couldn't go, drinking because their parents told them no, kids talking back to their parents. You see that a lot nowadays. And I'll cover my Coke bottle. I can't think of any more examples of that, but anyway, I'm going on. Christians and Jews will be hated for their faith and in connection with Christ. Luke 21:17. Luke chapter 21 verse 17. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. He was talking to the Jews and those who would be future Christians also in that part, so that includes the Christians and the Jews. Now I see I've just read recently on MSN a few minutes ago talking about the Jews or the Europeans having protests over the Jewish conflict in Gaza. That's a big controversy on a lot of parts, but we as Christians should stand up for Israel because they're doing what the Bible says is going to happen. So, and God has their back, so they're not going to lose. I don't believe. If they lose, it's going to be like a small battle, and then they're going to come back and be victorious anyway. In the end, but they're being hated a lot. Christians are being hated because we're standing up for the Jews. Recently I done a study up on the European Union, which I will make a video of that later on when I get more research done on that. But 90% of Europe and the European Union on this study said that the biggest threat to world peace was Israel over North Korea, the United States, Iran, Iraq, and what was the other country? There's another country in there. I think it's Russia. I'm not sure. But there's another country I can't remember. But Israel got 90% of the votes over anything. Because they're a Jewish nation and everybody just hates them. Mankind will be in a state of moral decay. Now this is in 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 2 through 5. I read verse 2 on the children will be disobedient and rebellious, but I'm going to read it again. For men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, fierce, despisers of those who are good, traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasure, more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Lovers of themselves, people who care more about themselves if it don't affect them, if it don't make them feel good, or don't make them, if it don't help them out any, they're not going to do anything for anybody else. It's something that makes them feel good or helps them out is the only thing they're going to do. See that a lot. Covetous, they're like, I want that, I'm gonna get that because you got it, and yeah, of course I want something that somebody else has got sometimes, but I'm not gonna. I'll be like, I like that, but I don't need it. Covetous is more like, I want it, I'm gonna get it because you got it, and it looks cool. Boasters, guys who got big muscle cars. They're like, I got the fastest car on the street, you know, and they boast that, hey, I got the fastest car on the street, you know, and they just irritate everybody. Proud, people who got the good looking girl, fast car, they're just so proud of it, they're like, mine. And they boast it a lot. Blasphemers, people are like, there is no God, or stuff like that. Sorry, my throat's getting a little dry on these videos. Disobedient to parents, went over that. Unthankful, unholy. Now I'm gonna go over unthankful real quick. People at convenience stores, I see this a lot. They're like, you go in there, you get something, and this is just an example, it's not all of them. So if anyone works at a convenience store, I'm not just targeting you, but this is just an example. I know a couple of them I go to, they're like, get your stuff and get out. They're not thankful for your business. They're like, okay, thank you. They don't say thank you, really. They just take your money, and that's it. They don't even say thank you. It's just, that's one example. Unholy, that's been 30 years, but it's more now than it ever has been, because people are like, try to think of a good example. The whole abortion thing. You're like, kill a kid. Gay marriage. It's okay to kill. Sort of like stuff. It's hard to think of something like that, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to think of some stuff. I'm gonna skip back. I might think of something later on. Without natural affection. That would be, it's gotten to where now you can't hug anybody without anybody saying, oh, you're gay. Which is a sign of affection, and everybody's like kind of shied away from that, but to tell you the truth, it's not gay. So anyone who's out there is like, I want a hug, go up and hug somebody. If you have to, just hug a tree. Pastor, I had an evangelist say that once at a church once. He said, a tree, if you want just to show some affection, go out and hug a tree. He'll accept the hug, you know. Be a tree hugger. Truce breakers. You see this in a lot of the governments. They're like, yeah, I want to make a treaty with you, and then a few years down the road they break the treaty, like in World War II. That's one thing. False accusers, people going out and say, I'll think of something. He stole my car and he really didn't. He's being a false accuser or saying he slept with me, and he didn't. He's just, or he raped me. Here's one, very popular one. He raped me, and it didn't really happen. They're just in for it for the money. Check my video time here. I don't want to go over this time, and I'm almost out. I'm gonna have to continue this. This is like the longest thing I've ever had to do on this one page. Get ready for part 3.